Hey everybody, this is Marcy, and I thought for this week's video, since I can't be looking down at my craft table and bending over to do things, that I would have a chatting kind of a video. We've got several things we need to talk about today. So you might see me looking down from time to time here at my notes, and that's just keeping me on track. So what I want to chat with you about today is several things. First, we've hit a milestone. I don't know if any of you have noticed, but we have. Secondly, I'm going to talk about what I have decided to do for content for the next few weeks to keep this channel going because of the eye surgery I had 2 weeks ago. Then I'm going to give you a quick update on what all happened. I'll try to make it very brief. And then I have a suggestion for a video idea. So I've got quite a few things to chat about. So everybody get comfy, get your favorite chair and snack and drink, and then we will get started right after the intro. Okay, let's talk about, first thing is the milestone that we've achieved. I think that's very exciting, happy news. And that is that this channel has hit 1,000 subbies while I was busy recuperating and trying to not be active. This channel went from 990 some to over 1,000 subbies. So this is very exciting. I had originally planned, when I noticed it getting closer, I have a little surprise planned for you, but until I am able to actually film a video about a giveaway for 1,000 subscribers, I don't want to do that yet. And then also I kind of just wanted to see where we are in a couple of weeks, just maybe not jump right on that immediately and just see, because I don't know, maybe I'm being silly or superstitious or whatever, but I feel like it's gonna go away. So that's probably ridiculous on my part, but I just was like, if I do it right at 1,000, what if like some of them leave? Anyway, I know that's dumb, but mainly because I can't get a video film to do it, and I have something special planned for you guys, and I need to be able to get it out and set it up. Before I can do that, we're gonna hold off on that until I am cleared by my retinal specialist that it's okay for me to be looking down and filming at my craft table. Yeah, so that's our first thing. We've hit 1,000 subbies. So thank you, everyone. I am humbled and extremely delighted and just flabbergasted. A year ago, September, I had hit my 100 subbies. And then over Christmas, it grew and I was like 198, I think, at the end of December. And then in January, I got 2 shout outs, one from Pam at Pam's Paper Place. Hey, Pam! And then the second one was from Crafty Irina. She came back briefly to YouTube, and I was one of the few people that she very kindly extended the opportunity and a mention from her channel, which meant a lot. I got quite a few subbies because of those 2 shout outs. And then in, I believe it was May, wasn't it, that I hosted my 500 subbie giveaway. So now here we are. It was last week that I hit 1,000, and I don't remember if it was Tuesday or Wednesday, so either November 9th or 10th. So that's when we hit our 1,000. It kind of went from like 998 to 1,002, so I got four overnight or something. Anyway, and then I'll be hitting my 2-year anniversary in January for being on YouTube. So this is tremendous. It's very exciting to me, and I feel like we should have a band and some trumpets and all kinds of fun things. But right now, I'm going to say thank you and let that be enough until I can host the giveaway, probably after the first of the year when I'm allowed to be more active and dig things out of my closet and such. Item number 2. Before I talk about what you can expect for the next few weeks on this channel, I need to give you an update on my eyes. So 2 weeks ago, I came on very unexpectedly and said, hey, today's been interesting, and I was having some issues in my eye here. I was seeing flashes of light. I had been feeling kind of a little tug and a pull, and I'd called my eye doctor. They got me into a retinal specialist, and by the end of the day, I had had laser eye surgery. The amazing thing, I'm humbled and just really grateful for all of you who have said first that you'll pray for me and for my recovery, because I feel those prayers. And I think I understand a little bit how Paul felt when he said he coveted the prayers of those who were praying for him. I do. I value your prayers. I want them. They're like, it's like a currency, basically, a spiritual currency, I guess you could say. So thank you to everyone who's praying for me and continuing to pray. On Friday, I will be going back to finish the laser treatment in this eye. My doctor was able to squeeze me between two surgeries. One was an emergency surgery, and the other one he had scheduled, and he got me in between both. And he had just said, I will do as much as I can to fix your problem. But what it is your retina starts tearing at the back, and if you don't catch it, it will disengage from the back of your eye, and then you lose your sight. And that can be either temporary if they can repair it, or it can be permanent. And so because I got in so quickly, he was able to do a laser treatment that just kind of seals around those spots. It's kind of interesting, but I don't want to gross everybody out. However, because he was fitting me between two bigger surgeries, he said, I'll do what I can, and then you may have to come back in a couple of weeks after this has healed up a little bit. So he got 85% of the spots sealed. It was super intense. That day, I had my eyes dilated 3 times. They just kept putting the drops in, and typically on a regular visit to the eye doctor, when they dilate my eyes, I'm knocked out for the whole day, and I have a headache, and I just go home and I sleep. Well, I never got to sleep until that evening, and they just kept putting those dilating drops in, so I definitely had a headache by the end. But then they also put numbing drops in my eyes so that they could work on it, and then some other fun stuff if any of you have been to a retinal specialist, and I know some of you have. They do other fun things to your eyeball as well. But anyway, when he went in with the laser, you have to sit completely still. You cannot move your eyeball from where he tells you to look, and you cannot move your body. So it was only a 10-minute procedure with the laser, but it was a really intense 10 minutes. And then while you're busy concentrating on not moving, and they have your eye propped open, remember it's numb, you can't feel a thing really, but they have something there so that you can't close your eye, but then they can look in your eye to see what they're aiming at. And you're sitting in front of this machine, and then they just pummel you with these little green laser lights. It's like and if you can picture like a video game where you have a target and then they're trying to hit around the target, that is essentially what he was doing with each and every one of those spots around my eye. So he's hitting it with laser to seal the tears so that they won't pull away from my eye, from the back of my eyeball. That's the short, simple explanation. It's really interesting and amazing, but also incredibly confusing. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around it. So that brings me back to what I was saying just a second ago. I know some of you have had this procedure, and I appreciate you telling me that you've either had the laser surgery for the similar issue, or you have a retinal specialist for other issues, because I think that's been very encouraging to me to know I'm not alone in this, and other people have gone through this, and everybody's fine. It's okay, but it's really easy to feel like you're the only one experiencing your situation, and until you say something like I did, you don't know that you have that community of support. And so I'm very grateful as well to those of you who have said, you're going to be okay, I am praying for you, and I've had something similar or identical, and I know that you'll be okay and you're in good hands. And even though I felt like I was in good hands and I knew God was just directing each and every event throughout that whole day, it's also extremely reassuring to have the confirmation from other people that it's not just me that this happens to. So why did this happen? I'm going to give you just the quick story, and that is because I have been wearing glasses since I was 5 years old, and I have old eyes. Even though I'm only 56 right now, my eyes are old, and I have an astigmatism, so my eyeball's not round, so it's kind of, I guess, elongated, and glasses have been the story of my life. So what little vision I do have, I want to keep what I do have. I don't want to lose it anymore. So this is a journey I'm willing to go on, but continue to pray for me and for healing. So Friday, 2 days after you see this video, he'll go back and he'll finish the other 15% in this eye, and then it's highly recommended that I get my right eye done as well very soon in the next few months, because it doesn't have tears yet, but it does have weakening spots. And I kind of suspected he might say that because my eyes basically have been around the same length of time as each other. So if one's not doing well, then it's reasonable to assume that the other one will have issues in the very near future. So my main concern about that is that I hope maybe we could do that by the end of the year so that I only have to pay one deductible. So practical matters. But that's kind of the short story. That's what's going on with my eyes right now. And so as part of the recovery, nothing that puts strain or pressure on my eye. And so I am choosing not to do crafting. He didn't specifically say don't look down, but I mean, it's reasonable to assume that if you're looking down and putting pressure on your eye by staring down, that's not going to be good for it. So I give my eye lots of frequent rests during the day. I've learned to accommodate if there is something I need, and I know where it is, and I can do it without putting too much stress on my eyeball. I will squat to reach the item, so my squats are getting better. And otherwise I just have my husband do things for me, which today we went to church and my poor husband had to put my shoes and socks on me like I'm 2 years old. But anyway, it's good for a chuckle. If you don't chuckle, then you probably would get frustrated. But anyway, luckily my boots zip up, so it could be a lot worse. And then the rest of the time I'm watching some YouTube, I'm watching TV. I'm trying to do little things that I can, but I'm also resting my eyes a lot throughout the day because, at a certain point, my eye just says, hey, I'm tired. And you feel pressure, but you also feel like when you get a headache behind your eyeballs, that's what it feels like. So I'm giving it lots of frequent rests. So that's where we are right now, which leads me to my next point. So how on earth am I going to keep a channel going if I finally hit my 100 subbies, YouTube values, consistency? I don't have anything pre-scheduled beyond what you saw last week because I thought I was going to be healthy and hale and hearty enough to do some more filming. I have lots of ideas, guys. But what has come to me, I have a couple of ideas. First, when I very first began making journals, and very first began filming videos of that, I did not feel comfortable uploading to YouTube. YouTube was very scary to me. They have a tendency to overrun your life a little bit, and again, it's that consistency factor. I didn't want my whole life to become about YouTube. So I resisted for a couple of years and uploaded several videos to Facebook. So I have gone back to look at those and see if that's anything at all that I could possibly upload to this channel. And I think I've figured out a way to do that. Some of the footage I've already gotten rid of, and it's still out there on Facebook. So I'm playing around with some things to see if I can download it to my computer and then upload it to YouTube. Semantics. One other quick thing that I'm wanting to let you know about those videos from Facebook. So the video quality is not as good because of filming with the camera. And I don't think I'm going to have a way to splice like a little intro to those. But I do know that there are places in them where I referred to products in my shop or other things that they were done in 2018. So those are no longer relevant, and I don't have a way to remove those little comments because they've all been saved uploaded and saved in like a final format to my computer and to Facebook. So I will do my best, but I can't guarantee that there will be me introducing the video or explaining these are old content. I think maybe you might enjoy seeing them. There's some fun things I did in those journals, and I want to have the videos on YouTube for reference and easy access, but also then maybe you guys can get some ideas from them. And a couple of them are Christmas themed journals. And so I can upload those in December. And then that way you'll have some content for December and November. And then we'll just take it one day at a time and figure out what kinds of things I can film without putting pressure or strain on my eyeball. So that was my first idea. Then the second idea I had is that maybe, since we finally have hit 1,000 subbies, and because my channel's almost 2 years old, perhaps there might be some interest out there in having me do a Q&A video. I can do questions and answers by just looking at the camera, and then my daughter, or I could have a friend come over and they could read the questions and kind of help moderate while I answer the questions. So what do you guys think? I think I could do a Q&A, and then I would schedule it for, I think December 15th is what I was thinking, somewhere in there. And you could ask me questions about, you know, crafting or how I do journals or different things like that, things that relate to this channel, or just things that you're curious about. You know, if you're curious about where did you grow up, or I don't know, what's your favorite color? I think it would be kind of fun. And I'm not sure how much I've actually shared about myself really on this channel, because I've tried not to be super personal. I've tried to keep it about the crafting. So I'm sure you have questions that you'd like to ask, but also kind of more leaning towards crafty questions, or just anything about me and creativity in this channel. And I don't know, surprise me. I don't have to answer them if I don't like them, right? So anyway, that was my thought. So I thought, if you'd like to ask questions, go ahead and put them down below. And over the course of the next few weeks, then I can gather those questions, and then we could do a Q&A like mid to end of December. I'm aiming for December 15th. I think that might be a fun way to just chat with you guys and to give you some more interesting content. And it doesn't involve me looking down at my craft table right now. So that seemed like a good idea. If you all think that's terrible, then just say, bad idea, forget it. And put that in the comments below. If I get more yays than nays, we'll go with it. So that wraps up today's video. I know it's not very long, but I just thought, you know, I'd come on here. I can actually do a video staring straight ahead. So I'm doing what I can without endangering my ability to heal and my permanent vision. So today in church, we were given a little gratitude guide. They gave us some questions to ponder because it's November and we are in the season of thanks. And I personally feel like we do Thanksgiving a huge disservice when we gloss over the fact that between fall and Christmas, there is a very important holiday that it's foundational to the personality of our country, I guess you could say, and that is the institution of Thanksgiving. So I personally want to observe Thanksgiving on my channel. So what I desired to do today was to ask you some questions on the back of our bulletin that they gave us today at church, and they were focusing on gratitude since it's November, and they asked us several questions. So I thought, in the spirit of Q's and A's and Thanksgiving and being contemplative, and you know I always like to give you something to ponder, I thought I would pose 3 of these questions to you. So let me grab them here and get them to where I can see them better. Okay, I'm going to kind of hold it behind the camera, but I'm going to kind of look at them here. So first question, what in the last year has been one of your biggest blessings? So that's my first question. Second question, who in your life has been a blessing to you this past year? Okay. And the last question, what is something that others might see as insignificant or silly that you yourself are extremely thankful for this year? Now I paraphrase these a bit, but you get the point. Okay, so think about that this week, and if you have questions for me then for a Q&A session in December, I would love to have you guys just stick them down in the comments. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell you. I have no idea. You can remind me if I forgot. So until next time, friends, thank you for hanging with me and for being so supportive and encouraging these last few weeks. Because the I journey was not something I ever expected to have to be on, but I really, really treasure all the kind thoughts and comments and all of your prayers and just the support, knowing that there are other people that have gone through a similar thing and have come out just fine on the other side. Okay, so guys, have a good week. Enjoy these uploads the next few weeks from Facebook, and until next time, I want you to be inspired, do something creative, and write down 3 things you're thankful for this week. All right, catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.